Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about a topic, the alternative analysis. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management or you are planning to give exam of PMP in near future. So let's just start, friend. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my new videos can reach to you. Also, you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. Friend, alternative analysis is basically a technique which is basically belongs to data analysis techniques. Friend, whenever we are implementing projects, so we have to think about multiple options. Multiple option means that we must have to think about other options as well. That means if you are implementing one project in one way, so you have to think that what are the other ways or alternate ways possible which you can analyze or which you can get more benefits. So alternate analysis, that means analysis of the other options. Okay, so that is the concept of alternative analysis. Remember one thing, friend, that if you are planning to give exam of PMP, so you will see this topic in the exam. At least 3 to 4 questions will definitely be there in the exam, in which your concept related to alternative analysis will be judged, and you will see this topic in multiple choice or main question as well. So alternative analysis is the evaluation of the various routes you can pursue to achieve the goal of a project or a particular project management objective. It looks beyond the status quo to compare different ways of getting work done. These factors can be operational, for example, such as cost, risk, and effectiveness, as well as the potential shortfalls of those operational factors. To perform an alternative analysis, you use tools such as life cycle costing, sensitive analysis, cash flow analysis, and cost benefit analysis. Analysis of alternative, also called as AOA, is part of the decision making process when looking at existing portfolio, program, and projects, or while initiating a new project. This decision making process helps you find cost effective actions and avoid unnecessary effort duplication. Using alternative analysis will help reduce the risk of project failure. Now, here a very interesting question is that when you should use the alternative analysis in project management. Friend, alternative analysis is used when a solution is needed. So when decision makers are in the decision making process, they want to know the best course for moving forward, and alternative analysis will show the way. Normally, whenever we are initiating a project or we are selecting a project or product, so normally we use this type of analysis, alternative analysis. An alternative analysis is typically done at the initiation of a project but is also used throughout the life cycle of the project. It's one way to determine if the decision making process is sound. Making updates throughout the process will refine the solution and reaffirm the assessment criteria. However, alternative analysis is not something that's simple to do. Analysis is often time consuming. Because of the time and labor involved in alternative analysis, it's more likely that you will apply it to portfolios or programs. These portfolios or programs are more of an ongoing concern than a single project, and managers are constantly on the lookout for ways to improve the cost effectiveness of the work. Whatever way you are use alternative analysis, you will need project management software to evaluate and choose the best course of action from a variety of options. So you can use any particular software as well, in which you can check you can use for example Microsoft Excel or normal other software are also available, through which you can compare different available options with respect to cost, with respect to time, resource, etc. So based on these criteria you can do the alternative analysis. Now, and the other point is that what are the benefits of using the alternative analysis. Friend, using alternative analysis will help the project portfolio and program managers identify, understand, and evaluate the alternatives open to them when managing a project. It will also help them to select the best course of action, as it concerns project cost and risk. By looking at alternatives, decision makers have more data to make an informed choice. With being able to identify, define, and understand a problem is the best way to solve it and is essential to any worthwhile analysis. When decision makers have many alternatives to choose from, they have more power to control the outcome, but the data must be good. Avoiding prejudices such as paying more attention to information that is easy to access is important as well. Now, if you can understand the concept of alternative analysis and also you can know the benefits, so now we can discuss that how to execute the alternative analysis. Friend, very important point that alternative analysis provides a framework to look at your process and seek out improvements that are of the greatest advantage to you. So first of all, make a plan. That means the first thing to do is to make a plan. This means defining the various decisions that you can make to meet your objective and achieve operational effectiveness. You will want to include stakeholders but also define the timing, effort, or cost involved. There will need to be a study team assembled and a study plan to direct their activities. Next, organize the analytic framework. Friend, the next step is to define the analysis problem statement, the context of the problem, scope, and a framework for alternative comparisons. This includes the comparison criteria you will use. Frame the analysis with the ground rules you will use, including any assumptions you might have before and during the study. You will want to access the data needs, collection, and sources used. Then identify and define the alternatives. Now you identify the various alternatives, your routes you can take from the data sources. There will be many, but be sure to keep one of the as the status quo. These alternatives will address the problem you stated in your plan within the context and scope you are already defined. The alternatives you evaluate must be come out of thorough research, vetting, and filtering before you can begin the decision making process. Assess the alternatives. Look over each of the alternatives you have come up with. Evaluate them against your established criteria such as cost, risk, life cycle cost, effectiveness, benefits, and likelihood analysis. You will also need to conduct a sensitive analysis, which is a financial model that looks at a target variable and how it is impacted by changes from input variables. Compare the alternatives. Here you will weight the pros and cons of the various alternatives you have identified. Determine what the merits of each are as shown by the analysis you have made. Report the results. Finally, you want to document the results of the alternative analysis to show the life cycle cost that supports the alternatives or status quo you choose and how that will support the project decision makers and stakeholders needs. So friend, alternative analysis is the evaluation of the different choices available to achieve a particular project management objective. So friend, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with the friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching the video. Thank you, friends.